This is Mohamed, Shoura, founder and CEO of PaxeraHealth, and I'd like today to introduce Larry Sitka. Larry Sitka actually joined us today at PaxeraHealth and would like to have a quick chat about, again, the future of healthcare and imaging in general. Welcome, Larry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Shoura. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I'd like to ask you, what do you think about the evolution in the medical imaging and AI? What's going to happen?
I think inside of enterprise imaging directly, it's at a standstill. There's just been such indecision. It's actually costing, the financial returns for the provider-based organizations just isn't occurring. So what needs to happen is an evolution or a change, an adoption of something new. I use the analogy of when I first started out in the 80s, right, inside, there was software that was created. There's still that same software is still running around. So what's happening is, I use the analogy of buying a IBM Selectric typewriter, as you and I were joking about before. Can you imagine if I walked up and said I wanted to sell you an IBM Selectric typewriter? That's what you're buying in a lot of the PAX solutions out there today. There needs to be something different, something new, something that's evolutionary. More importantly, something that takes direct account into AI. Without AI, the organizations are going to slip and slip and slip and continue to slip. Even individuals that don't adopt AI probably will be replaced, but those that accept AI and embrace it will evolve inside the organizations, whether it's IT-based or physician-based or clinician-based.
One of the things that, again, I was talking about, all the time is, one of the biggest application for the AI is in the car and like autonomous driving. And again, I can't imagine if there is I'm driving a car, and the car, for example, cannot detect a tree, so it will crash, right? And the car, again, using the AI, it has to detect all the objects around it, right? Like while the car is moving. And what's happening now is in the medical imaging, where there is a lot of objects like in the human body, right? Very different, and it's much more complicated than even the traffic where we are on the roads, a car on the road. What do you think about, again, the algorithms that existing in the market? And still, I feel that we need maybe more than 10,000 algorithms to be created in order to capture all the abnormalities, cancer, right? And we maybe still very little, maybe 25 algorithms so far as a body part based. What do you think about that?
There are, I saw that the FDA just approved its top 500 now. So they're coming faster, but not fast enough. In addition, if you look at, I'll use the example of the financial industry. Can you imagine if your stocks were picked and your portfolio was managed with just one algorithm? Using or leveraging many algorithms to support the foundations for assisting the physician is something that is going to be mandatory in the future. Having these physicians, giving them the capability to, in essence, go and create their own very specific algorithms for things that they look for inside of their study, maybe integrate part of that into their HANE protocol, is what's going to be required in the future as we go forward.
What do you think, again, we can do together at Paxera? Since you joined Paxera today, your first day in Paxera, what do you think we can achieve together in order to maybe like a similar revolution that you have done decades ago in the VME?
So it's all about taking something that's normal, day-to-day business operation, and changing it. Adopting something new, a new way of, doing the job, but just the underlying components that support the job are extremely different. That's what I saw, right? That's what I saw. The capability of taking, enterprise imaging across the board, everything from image share and exchange, VNA, PAX, 3 different viewing technologies, bringing them forward, and then integrating directly AI into it to drive that is what's going to be required. So I do believe we'll be able to actively go out, start out with the construct of, thin slice based archives, and inside there create AI-based algorithms leveraging those thin slices. That's something that's not really done, not easy to do today. I do believe that we have the opportunity to, in essence, go and create such an environment. In addition, giving a lot of these organizations, especially on the academia side, giving these organizations their capability to create these algorithms is something, you know, that we can do together. Also, in seeing what I saw with ARC, and that it's it has the capability of being integrated into other products, actually integrated into an enterprise AI type solution, so that this enterprise AI platform that runs 50 algorithms now has an integrated IDE environment where you can create more algorithms with it. So it'll fully support, it's not just a marketplace support either, right? It's direct on premise. So it's not just basically a router taking data in and routing it to an AI vendor in the cloud. It's giving the capability of moving the algorithm to sit with the data side by side and sharing that information. It's the only way it's going to run at scale. So Dr. Shoura, question. You know, as a founder, one of the things that really drove me was the passion for what I believed and for what I did and what I created, what I wanted to create. I see that same that same in you. Can you describe a little bit about why did you create PaxeraHealth?
So I will answer that, but again I will answer it in a different way. Why I create ARC, because in the beginning I created Paxera since 13 years as like one of the Pax companies, and I was going into the let's create a Pax like others, right? But after a long time, 3 years ago, I started thinking about the AI technology, because that was my background when I was in academia, and like how to use that. And I start again thinking about how we can create algorithms. And let's create an algorithm for mammo, let's create an algorithm for chest x-ray, let's create another algorithms and cell algorithms. And then something happened to my mom that changed my life. So 3 years ago, we discovered that she has a hepatitis C for a very long time, and we didn't know. She did multiple CTs and MRI and few exams. Nobody discovered that she has an hepatitis C. That's destroyed her liver.
Yeah.
And the liver becomes cirrhosed, and when this happens, definitely that will lead to a cancer, HCC, and the cancer it's like a year or two. So again, I have this like the whole journey with my mom, and that was actually, she passed away like around two years ago, and I spent the last 10 days with her in the ICU when she was again her last moments in the life. And I feel that it's too bad for me to just like follow the greed model of like, let's sell and sell for $5, $6, $7 an algorithm, and that can save lives, and that could save my mom's life if she was getting diagnosed by hepatitis C early on, so we can treat her and we could save her life. So that was my mission, that let's use the tools that we have created to create algorithms and give it to the people that really can do a better job than vendors to create an algorithm, such as healthcare systems, maybe governments, maybe pharma, so they can do that. And we're actually we reach out to the guys in Mass General, and we told them, this is a tool that we created, what do you think about that? And they said, we were looking for something like that. I mean, it will make our mission easy. And actually, I call it like micro factories, where you give the machinery to the people so they can automate, the algorithm creation. Because I believe that we need at least 10,000 algorithms need to be created.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. Again, if you look at the financial industry, you don't have just one model for one stock. You have many models for many stocks, and it just keeps growing and ever changing. That's what AI is going to be and do for us.
Thank you.